Are we?
I think so. I don't know. I haven't decided
Hard to
yet.
tell.
Yeah, well, someone forgot to change the title of the episode.
I wonder who that was.
I'm the someone. I changed the description, made the thumbnail,
The harder part.
Yeah.
forgot the title. It happens. It happens.
What can you do?
Not change the title.
Hey, we've already got sophisticated in the chat. Gluten Tog. Hey, it's a bread meme.
Hey,
I get it.
it's a bread meme.
I thought that he needed some gluten-free stuff, and we don't have that.
We don't. Where is why? Why? Oh,
Technical difficulties, maybe?
yeah. I don't
No
know.
way.
Everything decided to sign out for some reason. Was that
Yeah.
Buzz Lightyear?
Maybe. Slightly deeper voice, but maybe.
That's Zerg.
Zerg. Where is it? Hey, is something happening this week?
Something is definitely happening this week. What could it be?
What is that?
The Awards of Gaming, also known as the Game Awards.
I like that. Am I the only one excited for this?
I'm more excited for like the announcements, like the trailers and things like that of stuff that's upcoming. Specifically stuff that Nintendo might announce because they generally have a pretty good relationship with the Game Awards.
Do you think there'll be a Switch 2?
Highly, highly unlikely. As much as some people might be kind of hinting towards it. Maybe they'll announce it there. I mean, it would blow everything else that they could ever do out of the water for that entire night. But I just don't see it happening.
Well, let's hope that the announcements are good. And we will talk about that as soon as we come back.
Hey.
Episode of the Nerd Archive Podcast.
Yeah, I love.
Yeah, but who the hell cares about wildlife anyway?
Right. We're over.
Hey guys, you know also what's today?
What is it?
What could it be?
It's the season finale of You. Maybe wondering what.
Dun dun.
This show. This show is the season finale.
Woo!
Today,
Whoa.
right now.
Another one bites the dust, folks.
Made it another year.
With the
Hell
original
yeah.
crew.
Okay.
A lot of other podcasts don't make it 3 seasons with the original cast.
Yeah, I get. No, you're
They
right.
have changed a lot.
Don't be jinxing that shit, because then people will start thinking, hey, is somebody gonna quit between seasons, or we're gonna see a whole
Dun, dun, dun.
doing that shit?
No, but you know what's funny? Y'all remember April Fool's this year? Or yeah.
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 What happened? What? I don't think we ever talked about that.
When you
Somebody's-
tried to trick us into thinking you were quitting content creation altogether?
Yeah. I did.
I think you did that the year before, too.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of old hat at this point. You'll probably try it again.
You're
next
an
year.
old hag.
Let's see. But see, now it
Oh, I
doesn't
said
come back
old
in
hat.
January.
Yeah. Like, that's it. I was hinting. I'm not coming back.
Like, hey
Well,
guys, we're not
yeah.
talking about anything today.
Yeah. With that being said, welcome to the Nerd Archive podcast. My name is Lewis. Maybe you won't see me next season.
Shut up.
With me, you got Lola,
Who's lying?
Justin, Yadi. I am lying. I will be here. I will be here. Oh, yeah. That's
Oh,
yeah.
That's
won't
not
happen.
happening. That's
No.
not happening.
And sophisticated shooting quit. Someone
For
pulled the
those of
plug.
you, hang on for a second. For those of you who are not familiar with that, it's not for you to know, so don't ask questions.
Yeah. I'm just gonna put it on there.
We're gonna move on. It's
Yeah.
not for you to know.
Right. So with that being said, we're gonna be talking about the Game Awards tonight.
Yay!
We're gonna be talking about it tonight. However, the Game Awards is not until Thursday.
A preview of sorts.
However, we will be making predictions today. And when this episode goes live on Friday morning on Spotify, the Game Awards already happened. So make sure that if you're watching it for the first time on Spotify right now, let us know if we were right. And if you are watching on YouTube right now and you forget which games we predicted, make sure you watch it. And let us know what we got right. That was a lot of talking just for saying, just let us know if we did something right.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. You know, when you have to write an essay.
It's when you're trying to reach the workout.
Yeah. So many words to try and ask the question, how badly did we fuck this up?
You know, I like that better. You should have. Yeah, it's like when
you should have led with that.
As when you're trying to write an essay and it's 1,000 words and you have 950 and you start making shit up, just adding instead of saying my name is my mother. The day I was born, named me. Sophisticated. You think? I don't think that they're in the fighting category, but okay.
They are.
I'm one of them, yeah.
No,
surprisingly,
the players are in the fighting category because they get pissed off and they fight each other.
Oh, jeez.
But are they really?
They are in the. I think it's like ongoing game. Like
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
let me
Yeah.
see. Yeah, best ongoing game, and that's where they are, and best community support.
Yup.
I can't wait to talk about the best content creator of the year and the best esport game.
Well,
I mean,
the thing is, like, we can skip 3 of those 4, but like kind of touching on the whole content creator thing, like content creator of the year thing. I don't generally focus on those categories anyway. Like, I went in and I just voted. I went in, looked at, like, I don't know who any of these fucking people are.
Yeah, I don't know either.
And I've actually seen, well, no, I that's not strictly speaking true. I've actually seen like 1 or 2 clips from like Queso. So I'm
I eat queso.
I mean, everybody likes queso.
Especially on my pizza.
There you go. It's a good combination. I like that too. But yeah,
I mean in Spanish.
I was going to read it as Casio. I was going to read that. I know
that's where your head went. So I just went along with it. But yeah, no, I've seen like 1 or 2 of his clips on like TikTok and YouTube Shorts, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll just vote for that guy. Like, I don't care about I don't care about these other pretty boy looking motherfuckers and whoever this person is.
You sound like me. Pretty boy looking motherfucker.
Who the hell cares? And then the
Who
the
cares?
VTuber, the VTuber who's probably going to win it anyway. And I don't have anything against VTubers. Like if that's how if that's how you're able to put yourself out there where you otherwise wouldn't be able to, with being like, say, not able to like put yourself in front of a camera like some folks, that's cool. Like I said, more power to you. But it's just not my thing. So, yeah, I voted for Queso to win that one, and we'll see what happens,
There's a cilantro rice too that has the best voice. It's like cilantro. Just kidding.
Okay. But yeah, to be honest, I don't really focus as much on, like I was saying earlier, I don't really focus as much on the awards. Lewis got Thanos snapped. And then Queso. Not bad. I'm pretty sure best content creator was Remy's Roundtable. Yeah. We can go with that. I mean, he's the OG in our group, I suppose. Yeah, I generally focus on like the announcements, like new game announcements that come out of nowhere, and things like that. Like I specifically focus on, especially like the Nintendo stuff, because they usually have some, barring a few like, okay, this could have been better, but they usually have some pretty good announcements at the Game Awards. So they usually have a pretty good relationship with them. So, but I'm actually looking forward to seeing what never before seen stuff gets premiered at the Game Awards. We've even seen some people trying to say that that Nintendo might announce the Switch 2. I mean, because Switch 2 hype has just been out of control. Rumors and speculation and all that. Just, I mean, it's nonstop every single day at every hour of the day. And it's just like,
can you imagine if they just announced like a different version right now of the regular Switch?
I mean, they do that every year. Plus they rehash like the bundles and stuff that they do for like the holidays and stuff like that. That's kind of their MO. And they're always going to do that. So like, I think it was like halfway through November is when we're doing like a bunch of new bundles between the original Switch and the Switch OLED. Here's one with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, or here's one with that new Mario game, Mario Wonder. And so, yeah, I mean, there's always something like that, but
yeah, we wouldn't be surprised if they actually announce another bundle.
Yeah, that honestly wouldn't surprise me either. But I don't know. I don't think they did any hardware announcements like that last year, though. Because I think a lot of their hardware announcements and bundles and that were done like well before that.
It's smart if they do it before Black Friday.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because they're not going to lower the price. They're just going to do the same price, just a different look.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm thinking they're probably going to wind up lowering the price around the time that the Switch 2 finally does get released.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
it's a smart business. It's a smart business move anyways.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's crazy, though, how well that system has sold, despite the fact that they have never had a price drop at any point in its life cycle. It's crazy.
But it's still pretty reasonable. Yeah, it's still pretty reasonable compared to everything else.
Yeah.
Especially now with, everything, computers being so crazy expensive as they are.
Yeah. Yep. That's being kind. Oh, man. Yeah.
I got snapped. Sorry.
Yeah.
That.
But then you got snapped right back.
I was.
He's so
Thank you,
good.
Smart Hulk. God damn it. uh, so yeah, some of these categories actually are looking pretty good.
How about
So,
if we just do you just want to name the categories and then we'll obviously talk about the ones that to us mean the most?
I mean,
If that
honestly,
makes
I think
sense.
some of the bigger categories, we can definitely talk about because honestly, I don't think we want to do all of them because we'd be here
Mhm.
all goddamn night, and I
Yeah.
don't think I mean, there's a few of us that don't really want to, but what can you do? How about we start with most anticipated game?
That's a good one.
Oh yeah. So the ones on most anticipated currently are Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, Ghost of Yotei, Grand Theft Auto 6, Metroid Prime 4, Monster Hunter Wilds, and I think that's it. Yeah.
Yep.
Um,
There's a whole big controversy with GTA 6 right now, which we don't have to get into. Is just
Hmm.
Jesus
They keep
Christ.
pushing. They keep pushing it back.
That
to be
and-
honestly, the biggest negative I can think of is the fact that it still hasn't fucking released yet, and they've just
Yeah.
been talking about it for so long, and people are just like, it's never gonna fucking come out. I'm gonna be collecting Social Security by the time we see this goddamn game.
You know what
Like-
would be fun if they release the game and it's like not finished.
Oh,
that
I'll be laughing. Everybody's gonna have the same issue Luis had with Jedi Survivor.
when they can't even
Can we
play the
not talk
freaking
about
game. To be honest, I'm surprised we haven't gotten an update from you regarding that. How often do you try and start that game up while we're on the subject?
I deleted it.
I gotcha.
I mean, I have it on Xbox, so because I bit the bullet and
Double dipped.
yeah.
What can you do?
But like Sophisticated said, we got Deadpool and Wolverine in the same movie before GTA 6.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
damn.
Oh, absolutely. To be honest, I am really like 3 of these games I'm absolutely looking forward to, and I will play absolutely like day one. Metroid Prime 4 is the obvious choice. I actually voted for that one. So for those who are watching and might ask, "Oh, who did you guys vote for?" I specifically voted for Metroid Prime 4. I don't know about everyone else. Death Stranding
GTA.
2 is another one that I am absolutely looking forward to. And GTA is another one that is going to be really good. But, I honestly think GTA 6 is going to win that one quite handily. But honestly, there's a lot of good games in this category.
I want to break the system, and I'm going to sign in with 5 different accounts and just vote for every single one of them.
Just to be safe.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to bleep that one. The Game Awards police are gonna come after you,
Well,
hunt you down.
hey,
You heard nothing.
bad press is it's as good as good
There's
press.
5 people in your house, so you just voted for them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lola,
there you
which
go.
one would you vote for?
Probably GTA 6. It seems like it's the most popular. The one that
Hmm.
I hear about the most.
Was the Ghost of whatever.
Yote.
This one it was announced when the PlayStation 5 came out, right?
Yote?
Yeah.
No, I think this was a more
This was
recent,
last year. Okay.
This was Ghost of Yote was a more recent announcement, I think within the last month or so. And yeah, it's I think it's the same studio that produced Ghost of Tsushima. So I guess it's kind
Maybe
of
that's
like a
why.
spiritual successor to that game. It's
Too many
not.
Ghost games.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly how many people are actually really anticipating this game. I wasn't too terribly impressed with this game when I saw the trailer. So I'm like, okay, it's a game. I still want to play Ghosts of Tsushima because I haven't played that game yet.
Right.
So,
I
maybe that'll.
I played Ghost of Tsushima last week.
That
one was okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Death Stranding though was a
I
really
like the
good
trailer
one.
on that one. Yeah, the
Mhm.
trailer of that game was pretty good.
Yes. The first game was also really good. Slow in pacing, but really good and a really good story. I'm not really much on Monster Hunter though. I haven't played anything in that franchise in so long. I just kind of lost interest. I might down the road get back into it, but at this point it's unlikely.
One of my buddies here, he's looking forward to that.
Hmm.
Probably requesting time off to play that whole week.
I haven't done that in years. So
you're gonna have to change that one.
yeah.
Yeah. He keeps getting off and getting on, getting off and getting on.
He's
He's
in the
having
background.
fun.
He's
Oh yeah.
entertaining.
Nitro is living his best life.
Hmm.
Um,
Living up to his name.
Oh yeah, for sure. One category that I'm kind of baffled about, it's the best sports racing category. The only reason I'm baffled is why is 2K25 on here? And to me, 2K is one of the best. For me, one of my favorite franchises is the 2K franchise.
Oh, you're talking
But-
about WWE?
No, 2K25, NBA 2K25.
Just probably because there's not a lot of sports game
Yeah,
around
I think that's what it is.
And they're taking over anything. Like they have all.
Oh yeah.
What 2K? 2K is not EA anymore, right? So they're just competing with EA Sports.
Yeah,
Well,
because
2K was
it's
never.
VC.
Yeah, I know. It's just in my head they were, but they're not.
I gotcha. No, I think the reason that the two 2K25 games are on is they came out at an early enough time to make the cut for the Game Awards this year. And a lot of those games generally, even though they're marketed as 2K25, this is next year's game, but they generally come out late into the year before.
Yeah.
That's like generally how it works. Whereas like say WWE 2K24, that's generally like a lot earlier on in the year. So
No, I do. That's not my point. My
He said
point
that
is
you didn't like it.
It's not like 2K is not worthy enough anymore to be in an award show. Is what I'm saying. And
fair enough.
And I do think that there's 3 contenders that are probably gonna take it. It's either the FIFA one, the F1, because the F1 has taken a big popularity. It's very popular lately,
Oh yeah.
and WWE has resurfaced in how popular it has become. I am not trying that word again.
The gameplay on this one is actually it's better. They have upgraded quite a bit from the previous one, so I'm not surprised it's there.
Right.
I definitely voted for that one. Haven't played it, but
out of the
very
5, you're like, I like that one better.
oh yeah, I've absolutely voted for WWE.
Yeah. And then obviously best fighting, Sparking Zero.
Where's yeah.
Yeah, not surprised with that one.
Yeah.
That one's probably going to win. I actually voted for Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection, so
That one maybe because of the cult following. Because there's a lot of big fans of Marvel versus Capcom.
oh yeah, first two games were incredible. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is still, in my view, like pound for pound the best fighting game that's ever been created. So
I feel like when it comes to fighting games, the second one always performs better.
Hmm.
Because Street Fighter 2, Mortal Kombat 2, and actually I think Mortal Kombat 3 was the best. But when it comes to sequels, I think fighting games have the best sequels.
as far as like Mortal Kombat's concerned, I mean, I'm not as big a fan of Mortal Kombat, but definitely Mortal Kombat 3 was a hell of a lot better than the first two. Like, like honestly, what else can I say? But
You're welcome.
Just that. You're welcome.
See, from this one's I play multiverses, and like it's like I see how people like it, because it has all these characters that you don't get to play with often. But
Right.
it's like an easier version of Smash Brothers.
I was about to say, yeah, it's their version of Smash. So
Yeah, Tekken 8, I think, is a good competitor against Dragon Ball on this one. Besides Marvel vs. Capcom, I think those three games are gonna be good. But
And and don't get me wrong, I haven't played Sparking Zero. I don't have it. But
lagging.
it might be a bias thing because it's Dragon Ball,
oh yeah.
but I digress.
Well, from playing Dragon Ball and multiverses, I'll say Dragon Ball is better for sure.
There
For
you
sure.
go.
Yeah.
Lola, is there any category that you see on there that you're like,
Yeah, I want to talk about the best adaptations.
yes, go for it?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, I've only seen 2 out of the 5 on there, and I've never actually played League of Legends, but I can say, Arcane is freaking amazing. I'm
That's
trying
what
to
I
look
keep
for it.
hearing.
Hold on. It's Arcane, Fallout, Knuckles, Like a Dragon, and Tomb Raider. But the Arcane one, I mean, I've seen Fallout, it's good, but Arcane takes the cake.
I haven't seen it, but the people that talk about it, I have heard that a lot. That because I did every time that someone brings it up, I ask, okay, so you think that it's like a better video game adaptation than Fallout? And they're like, hands down. Because Fallout the show was really good.
Mhm.
And granted, one's animated, the other one's live action. So to me, they're in two different categories
For sure.
because live action doesn't really perform as well when it comes to anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So if Fallout takes it, it's probably because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a good adaptation, but it's also a good live action adaptation.
Yeah. For Arcane, between the storyline, the music, the visuals, all of it, it's just such a good, like, well-made show.
Mm-hmm. And I haven't seen Knuckles,
Neither have I.
but I do hear that it's good.
I wanted to, but
Yeah.
you gotta pay for all the subscriptions, and
Yeah.
there's enough money for certain things.
That's on Paramount, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Damn it.
And I'm kind of interested in watching Like a Dragon Yakuza.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yakuza. Do like that.
You should watch Arcane. It's on Netflix.
Yes.
Got 2 seasons. Season 1 was really good. Season 2, holy shit balls. Amazing.
Yeah, I heard that they like not only stepped it up like the show itself, but the animation too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because the first
I
one
will
was
certainly give it a
very
shot.
popular, so they
Mhm.
spent a lot more money on the second season.
Yeah. And they did a really good job. Really good job.
Justin, what did you say?
I will most certainly give it a shot. And since it's on Netflix, that makes it simple.
Yeah.
Because you
Uh,
bit the bullet.
Well, I get that as part of
For free.
my
Oh,
T-Mobile.
free.
So,
Yeah. Vote wait.
but yeah, no,
and
my vote in this category was actually on Fallout.
because you haven't seen, I mean,
I haven't seen any of the other ones,
Right.
and honestly, Fallout was really,
It's a
really
very good
so-
show. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I'm very surprised that Lola didn't choose Tomb Raider.
I haven't seen Tomb Raider.
Okay.
I wanted to give it a fair shot, but also like I've only seen 2 out of 5 of them. And again, keep in mind that even though I've seen 2 out of 5 of them, I've never actually played League of Legends.
Right.
And to be completely honest with you, I don't like the top view on games. Not a huge fan of that. So I don't know if I would ever play it. I would give it a chance, but I don't know if it's something that I'm gonna like do continuously. The show, however, like I said, fucking fantastic. Really good.
That's fair. That's fair.
Hmm.
Um Yadi, what is a category that you're like
Well,
excited for?
I think always look for just a game of the year, just to see what takes it all.
Okay.
That's usually what I look at.
We'll save that to the
Yeah.
to the end.
Yeah.
I haven't even opened the category because I don't want to see the list yet. But
Well, I guess the best action game, because I play Call of Duty and Helldivers, but I think that the one that will take it is actually Wukong, because that game had a lot of
Agreed.
great reviews,
Yes.
and I want to play it, but we'll see when.
My input at this point, it's going to be based on where Call of Duty is now. I don't really think it's going to be the case that's going to like it's. I don't see it as being in the running at all. And
I don't see I don't think they win a lot of awards because they get so much
Right.
hate. But
yeah. And that's
the
how I
one
feel
thing,
about 2K25. Like,
yeah, and then the one thing you gotta see with that type of game is they have so many people playing on it. It's not just a story, because you have so many people
Mm.
playing on it. That changes your experience in the game for sure. It's not
Oh, yeah.
what they intended for you to experience with the game, but you have so many people hacking that it ruins the game for you. But
right.
that doesn't reflect on how the game looks and how it feels. The updates they did for Black Ops 6, like how you move and whatnot,
Mm.
is great updates for sure. I really
Oh, yeah.
enjoy playing. But when you encounter people like that, it ruins the game for you. And for that reason, I think that it's not going to get a lot of votes.
Oh yeah. And then building on that, as much as Helldivers 2 has improved, I don't see that winning or even being in the running at this point because of the amount of shit that Sony has found themselves in regards to Helldivers 2. And so I think that left a bad enough taste in people's mouths that I don't see Helldivers 2 taking that. Like, it's at this point, and also with a lot of the shit that's been going on, which, I won't touch on, with AAA gaming as a whole. A lot of people bitching about a lot of the stuff that's going on with AAA gaming. I see this category coming down to Black Myth Wukong or Stellar Blade.
Right.
Period. Like, as much as people have like raved about Warhammer 40K, like, I've heard nothing but good things about that game. I think Stellar Blade and Wukong have the edge in this category, hands down. And I actually voted for Wukong. So
I think the gameplay for Wukong is great, and then not only that, but the people. There's some mods out there that they switch Wukong for Goku.
Well, it makes perfect sense because that's who Son Goku was based on.
Correct. Especially, mostly in Dragon Ball. Now it's like loosely based.
Pretty
But,
much.
I think one category that all of us like is the multiplayer one. The best multiplayer game. You got Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Super Mario Party, Jamboree, Tekken 8, and Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2. I've heard 4 out of the 5. I don't think I've ever heard of Warhammer.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's to be expected. But because Warhammer 40K is, as a franchise, it's been around for a while,
Right.
and so, but to be honest, I'm not really into it that much. It started as like a physical, like, figurines type game. Think I would say like the original concept for the game is like more akin to what the fuck is it, Dungeons and Dragons, to anything else. You can have these figures and build your maps, make your own stories and things like that, and have these like big epic battles with these figurines, and basically you just like it up to your imagination, essentially, just like D&D. So
that makes sense.
For me, as far as best multiplayer game, even though I haven't played this one specifically, I went with Super Mario Party because I'm a big fan of Mario.
You're
Party.
a bias. You're being biased, which is fine. It's completely fine.
I almost threw it to Helldivers 2 because it was just, for me, it was just a choice between those two, because I'm not a fan of Tekken, and I don't really play Call of Duty anymore. And like I said, I've never really been interested in Warhammer. So
I have a question. Since you already mentioned you're not a big fan of Mortal Kombat and you're not a big fan of Tekken, what is your go-to? Obviously, probably
go-to fighting game?
Yeah,
Street Fighter, hands down.
Yeah, as soon as I started saying it, I saw my shirt and I'm like,
yeah.
I thought you were gonna say Marvel vs. Capcom.
Well, that's the thing. That's why I chose Marvel vs. Capcom for best fighting game over Sparking Zero.
Because
Street Fighter has always been my go-to fighter.
Yeah. I get it. How about let's all click on best family.
Best family game.
Look, he did it.
Hey, ha ha ha! I told you.
Oh, he actually jumped up on the back of the chair.
You figured it out.
Woo!
Yeah, he's getting brave.
I actually would have thought that he would have been like iffy on the height difference between the back of the couch and the back of the chair.
No.
But then he would have figured it out eventually.
It took him no time.
Hey, at least he jumped instead of climbing, because kittens will claw and climb everything.
Well, at first, when he was getting on the couch, he would do it from the sides and climb up. But then he figured out that the coffee table, there's a bottom shelf on the coffee table, so he gets on that and then jumps from that to the couch.
Ah, there you go.
So that's good.
Ingenuity.
Yep. So best family category. Astrobot is in a lot of them.
Mm-hmm. He's cute.
I've heard a lot of good things about this particular game.
You know who he reminds me of? The character from Toonami.
Yes, a little bit. I can see it.
Because the first category I clicked that I saw Astrobot on there. I'm like, I didn't read the name. And I'm like, Toonami? But why does his foot look like a fingernail? And now you won't unsee it.
Yeah, right. Hey, it's all good. Yeah, as far as this one's concerned, I mean, I think a lot of people would have expected me to choose Super Mario Party for this one, but oddly enough, no.
You're
I
gonna
chose
go with Zelda.
Yeah, I went for Legend of Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom.
I didn't think you were gonna go for Mario Party.
Yeah, neither did I, to be completely
I
honest.
knew you were gonna go for Zelda.
Well, I'm actually playing the game.
Right.
I haven't finished it yet. I need to. And I mean, the game is a lot of fun. So why not?
I just can't do, and this is just me. I can't do games that look like that.
Cutesy.
Yeah. I was gonna
What's the
say
game that
childish,
looks-
but I mean,
You don't like voices like this?
What's the game that's like cutesy, but it's like a competition? Because that one's really fun.
Cutesy, but a competition.
It's cutesy, but it's a competition. It's like a bunch of like little guys that are running, and it's like an obstacle course.
Fall
Oh.
Guy?
Yes. I think that's
Is it
Fall Guys.
Guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great game. Also, a game we should probably play at some point or another.
Yes. I have that game downloaded, I think. So
Yeah, Fall Guy for sure.
one category that Yadi probably won't vote. It's the mobile game category.
Now, those are the real gamers.
Yeah.
yeah.
I would vote for Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket
Did.
because
I don't play any of these and I just voted for it.
yeah, well, here's the thing. It's not really a game. I mean, you can battle other people now. But it's literally a free way of opening Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is.
Mhm.
That's literally what it is. Like, I will.
Isn't this where you enter your codes to collect the cards and whatnot? See, I haven't done that.
Yes.
Like, every time you open a real packet,
At the end, there's
you
a
have a
card with
QR code.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. I'm like, wait, when did Pokemon cards have that?
Yeah.
But that must have been, I'm assuming that's like recent.
Long time
Expansions.
ago.
No, it's been a couple years.
Well, I know Yu-Gi-Oh had that, where each card had a code at the bottom right corner, and then like if you bought the video games, you could enter the code and you could put that card into the game.
Oh, well, yes. However, with the Pokemon cards, it's not the cards that you got in the packet. It is a random card. It's like an extra card, but digital. So,
It's funny
I
because
mean,
even I'm playing the Pokemon game.
the trading card game.
Yeah.
So, for those that,
Huh.
right there, you can scroll and pick a random packet.
Mhm.
And then when it's like that, then you go like,
On the line.
There you go. Third time's the charm.
yeah, and then
And then they just have a place where you collect them all.
yeah, that's literally what it is.
Can't see it. Fuck. Sort of.
Lower the brightness.
You lower the brightness. So you can't see it. That sucks.
So
Like makeup.
it's something to like. Oh, I wonder what card I get today.
Should you get a packet a day?
No, you get more than one. Also, you collect like trophies, and those trophies you can use them to like speed up the time, so you can get more
Hourglasses.
Gotcha.
power glasses. Yeah,
That's cool.
There you go.
hourglasses.
Power
Well,
glasses.
it has Pikachu on it. All right. Okay.
It's kind of
With
fun.
that, it's very mind-numbing game that you just like. It's one of those games that I play once I like run out of lives on the other ones. I'm like, I'm just gonna. I'm waiting, but I'm also waiting to get a Charizard.
Like the classic one.
Yeah. Let's pause this real quick. Like, let's talk about Pokemon cards real quick.
Oh, jeez.
I made a $3 or $5 mistake because Sarah and I went to the farmers market last week. Okay, and they had Pokemon packets for sale, and they had either 1 for 2 or 3 for 5.
All right.
So I got 3. I'm like, hey, $5 packets, nice. I open them; they're fake.
Oh.
They are fake, and I don't have the cards with me, but I'm gonna show you an original, like a real one. So this is the back of a real one. The reason I noticed they were fake is you see how crispy that Pokeball is,
Mhm.
and it's a dark blue. When I open them, it looked like the blue was faded, and it looked pixelated too, like slightly. And I'm like, and I open them, and I'm like, the front, they look real. And there were
They didn't
some that
worry
were
about the pack.
holographic. There were some that were holographic, and I'm like, oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah. Washed out.
At least
But
it's
yet,
the same size. Like, do you remember before there used to be like an egg shaped kind of thing, the Pokeball in the back, and they were like a lot thinner?
yeah. But look at this.
Just put it in a car, like a card.
A card holder, and
yeah.
no one's gonna know. I will know.
Exactly.
I will know. But then
Hey,
the
at
back,
least you only spent $5.
Yeah.
right? And actually, the reason I noticed because when I grabbed the pack and I started doing this, the back feels like a little bit rough.
Mm.
Like the original ones are smooth.
Mhm.
I was so mad. I was so mad because, and I just kept opening them. Maybe it was this one pack that was fake.
Oh, jeez.
And then I get to the last pack. I'm like, maybe this one is real.
At least one card. At least one card.
Yeah. So, yeah. So that happened last week.
Yeah.
So I
You should
looked
go
at,
back. You should go back and tell, hey, what the fuck?
I wonder if I'm gonna show up over there. I'm like, hey, these are fake. And it's like, there's a sign right there. It says they are.
Oh,
God
jeez.
damn it.
I want you to know that you started talking about Pokemon cards, and Trey appeared on the bedroom door like fucking Slender Man.
Slid in. Pokemon
Yeah.
cards.
Talking to me?
But yes, um, that happened.
Mm.
So as soon as Jordan got in the car, I was like, "Hey, you want these? They are fake, but you can have them. Don't put them in the same binder as your original real cards. But you
Trade
can
him
have
at
them."
school.
Yeah, I almost said
Oh,
that to her, but
no.
I almost said that to her, but I'm like, don't do that. Don't be the one kid that shows up with fake cards.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
But
But you can switch them for real cards.
oh
They
no,
won't know the difference.
Oh, that's a sweet Charizard.
Oh, that's pretty
That
sick.
is sweet.
what
Ah.
happened?
The Charizard that Lola had, we couldn't see it much because of the glare when she showed it in the camera, but
Oh, yeah.
there's a picture in the Discord.
Yeah,
Throw that on the
beautiful.
general chat.
Hold on. He's also got a Pikachu that he wanted me to show you. If I can figure out how my fucking Discord works on my phone.
I want to see his
Mm.
Pikachu.
Wish I had a Pika.
Oh yeah.
Ah,
Did you
Okay.
know that the
Cool.
most expensive Pokemon card is a Pikachu card?
Is it
And
the $700 Pikachu card?
oh no,
No,
Is it a different card?
no, it's not. It's not in the hundreds.
it's not in the hundreds.
Ah,
It's I think if I remember correctly, I think it's in like $500,000.
damn.
And it's a Pikachu card that they gave to the first, second, and third place winners of the first tournament.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What was the one that Logan Paul got scammed for? You guys seen that when
I-
he bought
I think it was
I-
one of those Pikachu cards.
and he paid like over $1 million or something?
Yes.
That'll be fake.
I guess lightning didn't strike twice because I actually got to see that story behind his first edition Charizard that he bought. Oh my God. And let's get it straight. I don't like Logan Paul all that much, and I like his brother even less, especially after that whole Mike Tyson fight fiasco. Won't get into
Everyone
that.
knew it was, I mean, everyone but no one knew it was fake.
Pretty much. It was fucking ridiculous, but it is what it is. That's another story for another time, I suppose. But yeah, no, the story behind Logan Paul's freaking Charizard, one of his friends, I think literally like there were only two Beckett grade 10, and they're like even more stringent than PSA when it comes to their card grades.
Right.
There were only two in existence, and like this guy was not going to fucking sell any of them, but he was like, I'll give you a PSA 10 Charizard, and you can have that one. So he's like, he bought it, and then he decided he was going to take the chance. He cut the fucking thing out of the case that they put it in after they grade it, and he sent it in to Beckett to have it graded, and it came back as a grade 10. I'm like, fucking hell. And like he goes into this whole story behind it, and it's just like, now he's got like, if he lost everything, like that's the one thing that he would never get rid of.
If he lost everything, he probably would sell that.
Didn't he wear it as a chain for a while?
He still has it on a chain.
Right, but he doesn't wear it around. Like I think he
Yeah.
has like a custom one that he uses when he comes out to the ring when he wrestles. But that's pretty much it. But like I think that's probably safely tucked away at home. Like that will probably never leave his house ever again.
If I had that kind of money, I probably would drop that kind of money for that card.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
so I can say that I have a grade 10 Charizard.
Well, that's the thing though. There's a huge difference in value when it comes to like, because I don't really give a shit about grading, but like you look at it, like there's a huge difference in value when it comes to like a PSA 10 to a Beckett 10. Like you're talking like that's a million. That's probably $1 million card right there because there's only 3 known. And Logan Paul has one, and one of his best friends has the other 2. So,
And fun fact about that Pikachu that's the most expensive is it's a third place. It's not even first or second. Because the first or second place, either they haven't been graded
mm,
or the person doesn't even talk about it or has brought it out to get like to see how much it's worth.
true enough.
So it's just crazy. Let's just
A
Moving
side note.
on.
yeah. Let's just get back to
Yeah, you keep making Slenderman appear.
so since a couple of episodes ago, we had the music in movies and games. Let's talk about the best score in music award.
Absolutely.
Which is funny because we did mention one of these franchises in that episode, which is the Final Fantasy. And Astrobot again. This
Yeah,
Astrobot
has like 7 or 8 nominations.
Yeah.
It's like one of the few that has like that many.
Out of the games that I've seen repeated, Astrobot, Final Fantasy, and Silent Hill 2. On these.
Let me guess who Justin voted for. Final Fantasy.
No.
Silent
As much
Hill.
as I enjoy and I enjoyed the original, I haven't yet played the remake, but no, I didn't vote for that one.
So which one did you vote for?
I thought everyone else was going to guess.
Oh,
Silent Hill.
Silent Hill.
No,
Astro
Really?
not.
Stellar Blade.
Stellar Blade.
I went with Stellar Blade.
I was wrong. Where are they going to play this award show? YouTube?
In the award show channel.
I think it's going to be live streamed.
Okay. For a moment, I thought you were going to agree with Yadi.
Yeah.
Yeah. The award show channel.
I mean, he's technically correct because the Game Awards, I'm pretty sure, does have their own channel.
You know what? That's fair.
Or YouTube channel, anyway.
Yeah.
So.
It is actually online, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, if it's not on their YouTube channel, it's probably going to be on their website specifically.
So, best RPG, because a lot of people like RPG games. I think that Elden Ring.
I went with that one as well.
And because it's on almost everything else, Final Fantasy. Yep. All right.
Yeah, I don't play much RPGs, so I can't say.
I like RPGs, but I prefer like I prefer more like the classic, like I said, I enjoyed the original release of Final Fantasy VII, but I prefer a lot of like the classic tactical turn-based RPGs.
All right. So, is there any other category you guys want to talk about before we hit Game of the Year? Best ongoing?
I mean, we could go with that.
I mean, I can see why Destiny 2 is on here because it has a big gamer base.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's got a decent sized community, but
I find Destiny just boring.
fuck their community.
It's very,
Got
it's
it.
I'm
very,
gonna say it right now.
it's very boring. Because I feel like every time I play the game, I go back and you just keep playing the same thing over and over to just kind of go through the next challenge or whatever mission it is. Kind of weird.
That makes
Oh, yeah.
sense.
I enjoyed the first one. It was actually pretty good, but yeah, Destiny 2 seemed like it was more of the same, but it basically was just the fucking community that pushed me away from the game in the first place. So I was just like, I'm not going to bother with Destiny 2. And that's literally why I said, fuck their community. Because they are just absolutely fucking toxic pieces of shit.
Gee.
Tell me how you really feel about them.
I don't know. Like,
Well, I actually
Oh.
gave this one. I actually gave this one to Helldivers 2.
see, like this one, I would give it to Fortnite because it's been a long time and they keep at
yeah.
it with all the updates that they have and all the seasons, and now they go into with the OG maps and they're gonna do every month every single season they have done basically, or every single map. So you get to play back the same, maps from the beginning, which a lot of people want to do. I don't really
Right.
care for that, but all the characters they're bringing,
Mhm.
all this stuff they keep up to date with social media and the popular stuff that are the dances and TikTok and whatnot. So I can see how it's just
They're
still
staying
going.
relevant.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I have a feeling for that, for all of that, and especially a lot of like a lot of the older content, the OG maps and stuff like that. I would imagine a lot of people wanted to see some of that come back, and so I think for that reason, I think Fortnite's going to win that one.
This and I'm sure you guys didn't obviously play this, but the last event they did going into this new chapter we're at, the event was actually very, very cool because they did a lot of the map and a lot of the gameplay was kind of dedicated, I guess, to Juice World. I don't
Mhm.
really care for that, but it was pretty cool what they did and bringing Eminem and Snoop Dogg in it. Um, it was like a really well made event compared to the previous ones that I've done. I think this one was by far one of the best ones. Like you got to see like a fighting scene kind of thing, like a music video, and you were part of it, and it was very cool to see. Like my kids, you just got to play all this chapter, and they got to experience this whole thing in the event, and that was pretty cool too. To see that they were so excited about all this music that they is new to them, all to us, but it
Right.
was very cool to see.
That's awesome.
Nice.
All right. So, for the moment that we all have been waiting for,
Game of the year. I should have had a voice on that. Hang on. Game of the year.
I'll
Fix
do
it in
magic of
post.
editing. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So we have Astrobot,
Hmm.
Balatro.
A mobile
Uh,
game.
Yeah.
I think it is, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because that was up for best mobile game.
Yep. Black Myth Wukong.
Yep.
Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And Metaphor Refantasio.
There's a point of contention that I have with this, and I'll get into that in just a second because you obviously wanted to say something.
No, I was just going to say which game I thought was gonna win,
Mm.
but go for it because I want to.
It's the same thing that I think a lot of people are bringing up as well, is that the Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree should not be nominated for Game of the Year. Period. Because it is a DLC to an existing game.
Right. That's what I was surprised when I saw it here because I thought it was an extension, but
Yeah, I thought the same thing too.
Oh yeah, no, it's an expansion to the existing game. You need the base game in order to play it, and so it's like, to be honest, regardless of how much additional content it adds to the game, I honestly don't think that being a DLC, it should be in this category. Like any of the other categories that it's nominated for, absolutely fine. That's cool, but Game of the Year, and you could almost make that same argument for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, but still, I could say it deserves to be on this category more than Erdtree does because it's a standalone. Rebirth is a standalone game. You don't need to own the Final Fantasy VII remake in order to play it.
Right.
So it stands on its own. But like I said, you could still make the argument with remakes as well. So, that being said, I'm thinking Black Myth Wukong is going to win this one.
You're right.
And building on that contention thing, I honestly think Stellar Blade should have been nominated for Game of the Year. And the fact that it got pushed aside for DLC from another game is kind of shitty. But what do I know?
I think that it would have been awesome to see Wukong going against Sparking Zero.
I think Sparking Zero probably would have gotten a spot in the nominations if Rebirth hadn't got that spot.
And now I want to play Bolatro. I don't know what it is, but since it's a mobile game, I just download it and play it. And if I don't like it, I delete it.
Yeah. Simple as that.
Yeah, just like how I did with Jedi Survivor, but it's fine.
Sore spot.
Yeah. Lola,
just a little bit.
You probably haven't played any of these.
Nope.
But if you get to pick one, which one would it be? Just by looking at the artwork.
I'll say Astrobot just because it's in a lot of things.
Right. I think that's something that is nominated for a lot of things.
Probably is very well liked.
Yeah, seven nominations.
Yeah.
Right.
There's only two that got 7 nominations, which was Final Fantasy and Astrobot.
So I think looking at that, a game that has 7 nominations should be a strong contender for Game of the Year. Just in that fact.
In theory.
In theory.
I definitely wouldn't be mad if Astrobot won this award.
I don't even know what the game's about.
It's a bot that is Astro.
I see that.
It's like Wally's cousin.
So this is like the mascot for PlayStation 5. Basically.
I think it's been Sony's mascot since PlayStation VR first came out. Because that was a big thing that they pushed when it was first released. And so it's been a thing since I think the early days of the PlayStation 4.
They had another one for so they had it was like a little side thing that came up a lot, like it was a minimal thing, and then they made a big game about it in the PlayStation 5. So I'm not surprised that it has done well as it is.
Oh yeah.
But I think it is in between. Yeah, I think it's in between that one and Wukong.
It's a sequel.
I will have voted for Wukong.
What's a sequel?
Astrobot. It's a sequel to Astro's Playroom. It came out in 2020.
Right. The Playroom was that. Like, it was just a side thing.
Ah, gotcha.
Like a mini game kind of thing.
Yeah, because this one, Astrobot's a full on platformer.
Mhm.
I'm going to be watching gameplay because I don't have a PlayStation.
Neither do I. Well, I mean, you never know. It might wind up coming out on PC at some point. Sony's been releasing a lot of their stuff on PC.
Right.
What's up, Justin? Not you, Justin. The other Justin.
Deja vu. All right. So Lola said Astrobot. Justin and I with Wukong.
Yep.
Yadi. I don't know if you said.
Oh, I'm sure it's gonna be between Astrobot and Wukong, but I will vote for Wukong just because of how great that game looks and the gameplay looks awesome. So
Yeah.
I want to play that one more than Astrobot. That makes sense.
And the thing about Wukong is it's a story from mythology, like Chinese mythology. So,
Is it
and
the Monkey King?
yes.
Yep.
So I think that, and for what I've heard is that they stay very true to like the myth. So
This is the God of War from last year was God of War, right? And then this year, like in this category, God of War was the mythological one.
right.
I don't remember what was it last year. I just remember that game.
Well, I mean, it makes sense that they would stay as true as possible to the mythology since the developers are based in China.
Right.
Hmm.
Well, that helps.
Hmm.
That helps a lot.
Oh, yeah. So they know what they're doing.
Yeah, because if they would have
Would
done
hope.
they would have done it in America, it would be completely different. The only thing it would be loosely based, and the only thing about the mythology would have been the name.
I was going to say something, but I'm going to keep my mouth shut because there's. It's one of the few times I'm just going to. I'm not doing it.
But it's true.
Do it.
I think so.
Do it. Come on, we need a rant for the last episode of the season.
I'm gonna behave.
Oh,
I'm gonna behave.
That's boring.
Oh God, please no!
Do it. Just kidding. All right. So, game of the year: Astrobot or Wukong? If fucking Balatro gets it, I swear to God.
You tell us. Isn't that where you're gonna play Balatro?
Yeah, I'm gonna play it, but
He wants to try it. Yeah.
I will. But I think what people would be pissed off if the Elden Ring DLC wins.
True enough. I think there's going to be a lot of very pissed off people if that winds up taking it. And I think, I mean, honestly, there's been a lot of like critical praise for Wukong between critics and gamers alike. Like they wanted to see this and they were worried because there are a lot of like games journalists out there that have just been trashing this game left and right. Because obviously, they like jerking off the Western developers that have just been falling off with their see, here we go. with some of the decisions that they've made in making modern AAA games lately. And Black Myth Wukong and Stellar Blade and games like that have just come out of nowhere and just taking the gaming world by storm. And a lot of these people just don't like that. And so I think a lot of people were worried that Wukong and Stellar Blade were just going to get snubbed entirely. And honestly, I think I was one of those that was worried. It's like, seriously, you're gonna push away some of the most incredible story-driven games that have been made in a while because you want to push these other games that people are just getting tired of. And I would have and I already don't like a lot of award shows. And so honestly, I think if these two games had gotten snubbed, I would have been just like, fuck the Game Awards. Never doing that again.
Here's the thing. When a game like this, like let's say Wukong wins, I think it would hopefully push game developers to say, shit, we got to do something about this.
I think a lot of them are already starting to kind of get the idea in their heads that maybe it's time to course correct. And
let's go back to the basics.
For some it might not be too late because Ubisoft is in a really bad way.
Is that how you say that name?
Technically it's called Ubisoft, but a lot of people call it Ubisoft.
That's no Ubisoft.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I was muted.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of shit going on in Ubisoft's camp that there's some analysts that are saying that by 2025, midway or to the end of 2025, you could see a buyout or something or other that could end that company as we know it, because of a lot of the decisions that they've been making, which, like I said, I don't really want to get too deep into that.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Microsoft will buy it. They'd be buying everything.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure if they would. I think it's going to it might wind up being somebody else at this point. But I mean, considering how much fucking money they spent on Activision Blizzard, that's
running low.
Ridiculous.
And what has come out from Activision since?
I mean, it's been the same old shit.
I think they're just being very, very busy with continuing with Call of Duty.
Yeah. And I get that. It's that company has so much potential. Because and it shows, because the first Warzone, and I know that you, Yadi, you love what you're getting now. But I think, to me, the first Warzone was peak.
No. Yeah. I mean, it has gotten better for sure.
So I think that they have the potential. It's just they just keep milking the same game. It's
just like Fortnite.
Rockstar.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, like when you have something good, why change? Like they have basically taken over that genre, kind of, because the games that have tried to come out have been shut down.
It's like Nintendo with Mario Kart. How long has been Mario Kart?
Yeah, and you don't see other games like that.
Right.
Rocket League is different,
Right.
Fortnite has a version of something like it, but it's not really the same.
You don't see the player count in Rocket Racing on the Fortnite client really doesn't have that.
No.
It's really not that big. And I mean, we talked about this before, like people trying to compete with Call of Duty and Fortnite. It just 9 times out of 10, it just doesn't work. And if it does, it'll only work for maybe a short while, and then it'll just fall right off. The perfect recent example, X Defiant. is going to be shutting down at the end of June, I think, or the beginning of June. And they're going to release what content they have. I'm assuming they're releasing it for free or whatever, but anybody that's purchased it, because right now they've shut down, like you can't download the game at all. They stopped all new downloads and new account registrations for that game. That's completely done. And anything that was bought up until that point, they're refunding that completely. And
it wasn't a bad game. Like it was actually pretty decent for being a free game, but it can't compete. Like
no, yeah, it wasn't going to last. And this is just another perfect example of companies continually chasing live service games when they shouldn't. And I think that's one of Ubisoft's like big failures at this point.
And that game off the grid, I don't think it's going anywhere either.
Yeah,
I don't.
I think that Ubisoft needs to go back to what they did with I think it was, what was it? Not Need for Speed. Assassin's Creed 3, when they did the online gaming and do like a survival, but in like the same way that is Warzone, but with the assassins.
Oh, wait, was that Assassin's Creed 3 or was that Assassin's Creed Brotherhood? Because I know Brotherhood had that.
Then Brotherhood. Because they had a second disc, and you had to put the second disc in to be able to play in the multiplayer.
Right.
So I think that they should do like a live service, but with the assassins. I think that would be fun. But the problem with that game was people take Warzone and you got campers, which is more of a it's a war zone. Be out there, shoot people. But Assassin's Creed had people running around, not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, pretty much.
And fighting. So I think that they should do something like that. Like,
I think it could work. I mean, it's definitely something. It's definitely something different.
Right. Checks are coming in.
Well, there is a game coming out. It's like an open world for Avatar.
Yes.
So they're not gonna follow like Aang's story. It's gonna be like before that, and you're gonna be. I guess you can select one of the elements, like what they did with Hogwarts Legacy.
Just at first, yeah. At first, I thought you were talking about the Frontiers of Pandora.
Gotcha. No.
Yeah, people have been shitting. People have been shitting on that game, and that game's not doing too well either.
All right. So, you guys have anything else? No. Okay. Fantastic. Lola, before we go anywhere, is there any idea of a video game that you think it would be a good idea?
Is there any what?
Any video game idea that would be a good idea for a new video game?
Oh.
Like we just talked about, like Assassin's Creed and things like that.
No, I'm still new to this video game thing.
Wow, everyone's silent as when you drop that. I get it.
It's gotta get you playing some Tetris.
Yeah.
Done.
Dog hunting.
I'm okay, but thank you.
I think she would need to find a CRT TV.
Yeah.
Actually, you can buy just now like little play guns or whatever and play with a projector.
Cool.
That is cool. All right.
Interesting.
With that being said, we have reached the end of the episode. Justin, what can they do?
Click. Wait, no, hang on.
Just do it!
Click all the things.
Nice. That was a good one. All right. You were listening to the Nerd Archive podcast. We will see you not next week. We'll see you in January. Deuces.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Merry
Bye.
Christmas. Happy
Merry
Hanukkah.
Christmas.
Happy Kwanzaa. Deuces.
Kwanzaa.
Happy. I am not going to try that one. Deuces.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.